Hey everybody, Glecko here back. We had another video. So, okay, I want to talk about a little bit about solo leveling, something I've been thinking about, right? So, as we all know, the Japanese S-rank hunters were sent to Jeju Island to help with the, ant extermination. But the Japanese had an ulterior motive. They also wanted to sabotage the mission for the Koreans, and absolutely just annihilate the Korean S rank hunters, weakening Korea. This ironically and hilariously backfired as the thing they were trying to do to the Korean team actually happened to them, because I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these of the Japanese S rank hunters were killed by the Ant King. And I find that extremely hilarious and extremely ironic. Like, I laughed when it was noted that that was their entire purpose. That's my heat system. Sorry. Yeah, when it was noted that was one of their ultimate goal for Jeju, I laughed because it was great. Firstly, big ups to Japan. They had like a lot of they had a lot of S ranks, because there was 4 left. There was Tawada, Minoru, and then there was a guy who was left. Oh, and Kumamoto, I believe. And there was a guy who was on the boat. I forgot his name. So they were the only last 4 remaining S ranks in the draw sword or drawstring guild. One of the two. Formerly the strongest Japanese guild. But there was also other S rank hunters in Japan. So there was I know they were talking about 2 guilds that were talking about, I forget the name of the guild, sorry guys, I'm very forgetful. But 2 guilds were talking about merging, and they would have 4 S ranks. So there were still 8 S ranks in Japan when the Jeju Island was over. So Japan had a lot of S ranks, right? But shortly after that, after the Jeju Island raid, an S rank gate would open in Japan. And again, extremely hilarious and extremely ironic, as a S rank gate because like the Korean team, there was an S rank gate that they couldn't clear, so they needed help. Now the Japanese were in the same boat. But let's get to the title of this video. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Let's say the Japanese were kumbaya. Let's say they didn't have any ulterior motives. They were peaceful. They were actually trying to help the S rank hunters, right? If by some weird miracle, weird chance, right, the Japanese hunters didn't, the ones who died on, if they didn't die on Jeju Island, if they were in Japan with the rest of their guildmates and with all the other S ranks, when the S rank gate opened, could they have stopped it? So if Goto Ryuji and all the other S ranks from Japan were still alive, would they have stopped that gate with the giants coming out? Now let's lay let's lay down some framework, so to speak. No Jinwoo. It has to be the S rank. This has to be the S rank hunters. Though I am going to allow Yuri Olaf's barrier thing, only because it was hilarious and it doesn't really change anything at all. But because as we know, Jinwoo had to basically solo that gate. But Jinwoo was a national level hunter, and he kind of soloed Jeju as well. So no Jinwoo. Was just Goto and his guild and all the S rank hunters in Japan. And we're only going to focus on Japan because, like, one of the reasons why the S rank hunters, why Japan had to because there was other hunters from other countries who came to help. Japan put out a AP, I think they put out a call for help. But the only reason that they had to do that is they didn't have Goto Ryuji, and they were severely crippled in terms of strength. They didn't have enough to handle the S rank gate. So, okay. All right. Now, finally onto the video. Could this team have stopped that gate? No. No. Absolutely not. There's two methods of attack, right? Would they have fared better than they initially did? Absolutely. They probably would. With Goto Ryuji there, they probably would have taken down couple of giants. I believe they with all the the S rank hunters who were there in Japan and all the hunters they called for help. I believe they only took down about 2 to 4 giants out of the 30, and that's not even including the big giant that was at the end that broke Yuri's gate. So I don't know. Let's say I think they take down about 20 giants. I'll be generous and say 20 giants. But however, the big giant is where the things get bad for them. This is in case like of a dungeon break, right? The big giant that it took Jinwoo and his entire Shadow Army to basically kind of gang up on, though Jinwoo could have possibly done this on his own, took them to gang up on. Yeah, I don't see any of the S ranks being able to do that. I don't see any of them being able to do that. If they do, I mean, they're going to lose a lot of people. Like, shoot, I forgot, but the guy, not Ken, what was his name? Hang on, give me a moment, guys. Sorry, I wrote his name down. Is that Tanaka Ken? Oh, whatever. So there was a guy who, during the Jeju Island raid, he was snapping the wings of the ants. I believe it was Kenzo, but I could be wrong there. He got hurt by a couple of ants who were using formations and like battle tactics, right? And granted, these ants weren't like scrubs; they were anywhere from B to A rank, but still the versus the giants isn't really close. So like what's in, and we actually saw Tawada and another S rank. Two of them jumped at one giant at the same time, and he was kind of handling them. So, one giant is kind of like comparable to two of the S ranks. Now, they would have a healer, but I think with everything going on, she'd be stretched thin. I don't think. No, there's nothing they can do. There's like, and this is in a dungeon break. If they try to, okay, so if it's a dungeon break and all the giants spill out, they're done. I don't see. I mean, yeah, Goto was able to parry a a suppressed Ant King, but when the Ant King really unleashed his full power, Goto was nothing for him. So I think the big boss, the big giant at the end, I think he could do that as well. Let's say they go into the dungeon though. Well, that's kind of nasty work as well, because they be in an enclosed space. No, that literally changes nothing. Even if they like partnered up with the other guilds, I think the giants would just be too much for them. So could Goto Ryuji and the Japanese S rank hunters who died on Jeju, if they were alive, could they have stopped the S rank gate? Nope, not at all. I'm Glecko. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for all the stuttering and the rambling. I'll see you all next time.